Hey, have you ever poured yourself into someone's life and felt invisible? You notice the small things, you're the first to check in, you carry conversations, you give more than you get, and yet, it's almost like your effort doesn't exist. In relationships, it's the same. You give love, attention, care, and it's treated like it's background noise. At work, you go above and beyond, solving problems, staying late, and it's invisible. And slowly, you start to wonder maybe people only notice what they can't have. I remember texting my friend every single day. I was always the first to check in, to plan hangouts, always the one keeping things alive. Then I stopped, just a little bit. I did not reply right away. I didn't over explain. I didn't carry conversation. And 2 days later, they texted me first, which they never did before. Then it hit me. Presence isn't always noticed. Absence is. Because here's the truth. We often mistake constant availability for love, for friendships, or dedication. Being always present feels good in the moment. It feels safe. It feels like we're doing the right thing. But over time, people stop noticing. They assume that's just who you are. They stop valuing it. The quiet truth, you're taken for granted. Not because people are cruel, but because people are wired to notice scarcity. We all know that one person, the person who doesn't overextend, who rarely texts first, who doesn't chase attention, and yet somehow they are respected, liked. People want to be around them. And let me tell you that it's not luck or charm, it's presence and absence in balance. When they show up, people feel it. When they speak, people listen. Their absence communicates value without a word. And that's when it hits that presence alone doesn't create respect. Boundaries, space, and selective energy do. So let's say one day you pull back, not angrily, not dramatically, not to manipulate anyone. You start to take a little longer to text back. You stop double texting. You stop carrying conversations that are already dead. You start saving energy for yourself. And then everything changes. But why? The person who used to leave you undelivered for days suddenly replies back in a second. The friend who never calls first suddenly starts calling you out of nowhere. The conversations that felt one-sided finally feels mutual, and quietly you think, wait, all this time I was giving everything and no one noticed. Now I give less and suddenly I'm seen. Let me tell you that it's more intense in love and in relationships. You give your time, your attention, your care, your love. You notice everything that your partner doesn't. You show up emotionally even when they don't. And still, it can feel like it's invisible. Then you step back. You don't chase. You stop over explaining. You don't fill every silence. And suddenly, they notice. They start making space for you. They appreciate what they have been taken for granted. Absence doesn't just create respect, it reminds them what matters. Let's say at work, the same invisible patterns happen. You're the first to volunteer. You solve problems that no one else will. You stay late and you reply to every email. And slowly, it's expected. No one notices the extra effort. It just becomes normal. Then, one day, you step back. You stop overworking to prove your worth. And suddenly, people notice. Now, your manager seeks your input, and your colleagues begin to respect your time even more. Even your contributions feel heavier, more valued. Let me tell you that it's not about being impressive, it's about being less available. Respect isn't given for effort alone, it isn't automatic, it's noticed when something or someone is missing. Absence creates clarity, boundaries create value, energy, carefully given, creates respect. And the irony, the less you force it, the more it appears. So, step back, not to manipulate, not to play games. Step back to preserve your energy. Step back to see who actually notices. Step back to let people meet you halfway. Because when you stop giving everything, you start seeing everything. Who reaches out, who notices, who truly values you. Absence doesn't make people forget, it makes them pay attention. Respect isn't earned by giving everything, it's recognized the moment you stop. Sometimes silence speaks more than words ever could. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something from it. And also, let me know what you think about this video. Bye!